Today I want to show you how to brighten up your reds without making it turn pink. Because some of the reds, we just can't get it bright enough. So this is one way to get your red really bright without adding white or yellow, because yellow will turn an orange and white will turn a pink. So we want to keep it red. So we are painting this white, but we're not adding it to our red. This is all dry. I couldn't get it bright enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it white. Now when you paint it white, you could do this before. It's only when you can't get your colors as bright as you want them, okay? Because of the dark background is what kept the red dark. That's the problem. So if I had to take the red, leave white for the, for my color, then it would have been nice and bright. But let's see now. This is only for when you put your colors on and are really dull. You can't get it nice and bright the way you want it, okay? And make sure that this color is dry before you put your red on. So get that on there. Keep the shape of the hat. Now this video on how to paint this hat and feathers is on my channel, and I can leave a link to that if you'd like to learn how to do the hat and feathers. I make my videos for adults. So I don't know if I could I want that in shadow anyway, so I'm going to leave that in the back. And I want this brighter too. Now in another case, if you ever go to paint anything and it has a dark background and you want something light on top of it, it'd be better for you to draw out what you want first on your white background, your canvas that's white, and then paint around it so you can get nice bright colors, okay? So the way I did it kept my reds really dark. Now, when that dries, we'll put red on top. So now that that is dry, let's put our red back on. So this should make your red much brighter, and I'm using a Filbert brush. You can use a flat or a Filbert. I like a Filbert because I can get around that nice round curve there. Already you can see how bright it is, and it didn't turn pink because the paint is dry, but look at the difference. I'll put up a comparison picture for you, but what a difference. And this is why some of your colors are really dull, because your underpainting is dark. So this is how to solve your problem. Isn't that pretty? Look at the difference between the back and the front. So we can leave that there as a shadow. Much better. Lots of different ways and tips and tricks that I can give you as I come across them. If I can find ways to help improve your paintings or make things easier for you, I certainly will. I have playlists full of tips, tricks that I've come up with over the years that I made up myself, or sometimes I'll see other videos and they do certain things, and what I'll do is, if I think that's a great tip for my viewers, I will do it my way, so I can make it even easier. But look at that. What a difference. Look how bright that is because I put white underneath. Right? What a difference. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice. Look at that. I think you're going to be pleased with this because I'm sure there are lots of paintings that you're doing and your colors are so dull. You're just like, what am I going to do? So I'm going to go back over. I just want to show you, because when I did my red with the darker underpainting, I couldn't get it to brighten up even with several coats. You might say, well, all I get to do is put several coats away from one dry, put another one on. And I tried that and I did several. And I still couldn't get it bright. Like this one back here, just say. Okay, so I'll put another coat of red on there. I'm trying to keep that shadow too. I don't want to lose my shadow. And I'll put that on there. See, red is so transparent. The dark is going to come through. So if you got a really nice light white underneath there, that's going to come through. See? So we'll let that dry and you'll be able to see the difference. So now that it's dry, you can see, because I put the white here, you can see how much brighter that red came. But the dark that I didn't, I put another coat of red on that and it didn't change very much. So I can put another 10 coats on there and it'll still be around the same color. I can put another coat of red on here now and it'll be brighter again, or it'll be more vibrant anyway. But the reds are more transparent, and this is why we're having trouble with getting your reds so nice and bright. So if you have problems getting your reds bright or your yellows, but I'm just going to do one more coat for you, and I'll do one more coat of red for you, and I'll even do the back one. Okay, so now say you wanted a bit more brighter, or not even brighter, but maybe even just thicker looking, you know, because it gives it a nice thick, smooth, vibrant look. So you can see, I'm even going to go over that dark shadow one there, but because I didn't put white on it, we'll see now what happens. I'm just going to go over the whole hat, and you can see the difference of where I put the white on. We'll just go over all that. Trying to stay away from my feather. I like my feathers, they're so cute. They're so nice. Feather in my hat. Now you might say, well, you just covered up all your shadows. Well, let's see now what happens when they dry. It makes a big difference when it dries. I like to experiment. I always say that. I like to experiment, see what's going to happen, take my chances, try to come up with ways of problem solving. Okay, so let's let that dry. Let's see what happens. Because right now, it all looks pretty bright, right? Let's see what happens. So now that it's dry, you can see the shadow stayed, right? I put red over it, you've seen me do it. The shadow stayed here. You know, it didn't brighten up. That really bright red, this stayed nice and bright. So that's the trick. Make sure that you put white under what color you want to brighten up without changing the color. It brightens the color without changing the color. So I hope you enjoyed that tip today, and I'm going to come up with lots more, and I'm trying to think up a few more. So let's get on with some more tips. This would also be good for, like, if you want to make your liquid white so that you can have it all ready to go instead of having to mix it all the time. So I'm going to mix up some in here, and put some of my Liquid X Slow Dry Blending Medium in here, in this little container. I'm going to put in, going to judge it. That's plenty of fluid there, and I'm going to put some white paint in there. And I'm going to add, so I have white paint, I'm going to add some of my Professional Slow Dry. I really like this one. Professional Slow Dry Blending Gel Medium. I really like much you're making. This should be plenty for lots of paintings. Alright. And if I have to adjust it, I will. I'm not really worried too much. So I'm going to take that and shake it up. I might add a little drop of water to it. Add a little bit of water. Let's fill it up to almost the top of water. How's that? So like I say, you go ahead and measure it your way. Now watch. Shake it all up. I got plenty now for. So let's see now. I got the bottle, I got it all shook up. And I can make adjustments if I feel. Now see, I can just, look at that. That's amazing. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's good. That is very nice. I can tell by the way it's hard for you to see it, but I can tell. Look at that. Wow. It's amazing. So that's perfect. And that one little bit I put on there, I didn't need to put on that much. Actually, I put on too much. But it's there now for when you need it, anytime. Nice, look at that. So if you want to, I'll add a bit of color to that just so you can see how it blends. Now I'm not going to add white to my color. I'm going to leave my brush dirty, and I'm going to take some red, and I'm going to show you how that spreads beautifully. And look at that. It's gorgeous. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I wish you could feel the way my brush is just going over the canvas so nicely. Wow, beautiful. I love it. I really and truly love this liquid white that we're making together.